I have several questions that y'all have sent me that I haven't had a chance to get to, but I actually have a moment right now, so I'm going to try and circle back and answer some of them. But if this is you, if you feel like closing your ribs down creates downward pressure, I have a post coming on this tomorrow that will answer it in more detail, so stay tuned. But the answer is, you're trying to shift the balance from being mostly upper abs to more lower abs, and you only want to bring your ribs down to the degree that you can match it from the bottom up. So this is why it's so important to get that bottom up contraction for your exhale and your ab contraction to start with your pelvic floor lifting, then your lower abs, then your middle abs, and then close your ribs. And you're only going to close your ribs as much as you can meet it from the bottom. So in the beginning, you might only close your ribs a little bit because you can only meet a little bit from the bottom. But as you get stronger from the bottom, you can do more. So this one is speaking to an asymmetry that if you hold tension on only one side of your back, it's going to turn you away from that side. So you're going to have excessive tension in your back on that side, but excessive length in your abs on the same side. And so in order to change that, you want to create length in the tight muscles in your back and strength in the lengthened muscles of your abs. But you also might need to consider where else that asymmetry is affecting you. Like, is it also in your pelvis? Is it also in your pelvic floor, your hips, your feet, etc.? But to change what you're noticing right now, you want to focus on breathing length into those back muscles and strengthening your abs, particularly on that side. So yesterday's post talked some about asymmetry, and then this is another one next that's specific to strengthening to get out of that rib flare. Definitely more coming tomorrow on the upper ab versus lower ab balance, but it's also important to consider that our postures and our habits are very hardwired, and you are so practiced at doing them that it is particularly tricky to go, well, don't stand in that way. And so what helps in those situations is to put yourself in a much less familiar posture, like on hands and knees, or my favorite is lying on your side. You get lots of support from the floor, and you can much more easily change your rib cage position or change your pelvis position or re-coordinate the pattern of how you contract your abs. You want to be able to relax your pelvic floor with your inhale. You want to be able to feel that lengthening and letting go first. And then once you get good at lengthening, you want to feel your pelvic floor lift. And when your pelvic floor lifts, you should start to feel lower abs. And only at that point do you add your upper